Robert K. Merton was a very influential sociologist during the 20th century. Merton focused his research on social groups, status sets, and role sets, exploring how these factors can influence people to act in a certain way. Mean Girls draws many parallels with Merton's work. Mean Girls explores main character Katie's life. Katie is an outsider who lacks knowledge on the social lives and friendships of American high school due to previously being homeschooled. Katie experiences what it is like to be part of the popular group at school, known as the Plastics. Status set and role set are methods of describing society. Status set is a position that one holds in society, such as upper class or lower class. Role set is the actions and behaviours that are associated with the status one holds. Different statuses and roles have different levels of power and responsibilities, which often create boundaries between different statuses. This notion is displayed in Mean Girls as Katie finds herself motivated to achieve a higher status than those close to her hold, to be identified as part of the Plastics. Katie aims to climb the social ladder and does so by following the role set of a higher status. Katie begins to dress, talk, behave and treat others like the other Plastics do in order to conform. The differences in power dynamics between Katie and her supposed uncool friends, Janice and Damien, cause many issues with Katie's newfound popularity.
Wait! Sit down! Seriously, sit down! Why don't I know you? Okay, you should just know that we don't do this a lot, so this is like a really huge deal.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week.
Merton's reference group theory is a notion that explores how people look towards other groups for guidance on their behaviour and the way they treat other people. Reference group theory can clearly be related to Mean Girls, as many of the characters within the school follow the Plastics' actions in order to try to associate themselves with the group. This can distinctively be seen when Regina, the leader of the Plastics, is seen with holes cut in her shirt. The next day, the majority of the school has copied her to be able to identify with her.
Major, one day, maybe next week, I'm gonna meet ya, I'll meet ya.
Observability is a concept that links into role conflicts. It describes situations when others see you in a different role to what they normally see. This may have a negative effect on the person's status, as it might decrease your credibility in another role. This concept is seen in Mean Girls, when Katie feels like she has to try and hide the fact that she is good at maths. If the Plastics found out that she was quite smart, her status of being popular would be degraded, and Katie would lose her credibility. Therefore, she tries to hide her maths ability by failing tests to retain her status and roles that are a part of being in the Plastics. Another of Merton's concepts is manifest and latent functions. He describes manifest functions as actions that are done with conscious intention and causes an effect that is meant to happen. Latent functions, on the other hand, are those that happen as a side effect of the manifest function. These are the consequences of the manifest function. For example, in Mean Girls, an example of manifest and latent functions are when Janice gets Katie to infiltrate the Plastics to gain intel on Regina and the girls. This is the manifest function. However, by Katie doing this, she actually becomes friends with the Plastics and disregards Janice and Damien, which is the latent function.